champions, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense. And if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
He'll do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship.
Red pass, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. Second and goal for this offense. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Looking for the goal line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try to power it in. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So Iowa's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like, you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Off play action. Completes it in the middle. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Scanning the field, it's Parker. Grabbed behind the line. It's Stoneburner. Knocked off his feet.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
They'll try the right side. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And off from the shotgun. Inside the 40. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And I'd love to see this offense be physical like this to finish the first half. Like, you're up by 3, put a good first half together. Going into the half right here, got a chance to make this a 2-score game. And I want to chew a lot of this clock. I don't want to give them a lot, so if we can run the football, be consistent, and add to our lead before the half.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Looking to throw, it's Parker. Makes the grab over the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. This time it's complete. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They're going to test the right side with this one. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. On the run, it's Lawrence. After 45, on his way. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Touchdown, Irish! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're going into the game because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Parker. That's reeled in, it's Stoneburner. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive.
Turning it on! The short hands, it's Stoneburner. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. focus and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Looking for a deep man. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
They'll try to run for it. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man quickly. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Dropping back, it's Parker. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was...
He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Parker. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Dumps it off in the flats. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse. Losing yardage on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's He's looking downfield to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got his man. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
It's complete to the right. There he goes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Caught in the backfield, it's Stoneburner. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Parker. It's complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to return it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here come the Irish back on offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Lofts one high and deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half. The scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Rush is on him. He's going to take off. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Irish send out the punt unit. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. To the air, it's Parker. Here's a heat. Might be looking to run. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. They're working that left side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here come the Irish back on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time. Oh, he's got some space.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Off the play fake. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 1st and 10 as the clock winds under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown there. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off it, this game is not over. They're trailing by 11 to Maryland. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Pressure coming. In the pass rush gets home.
You got to give this defense tons of credit. They came in here with an outstanding game plan. They were able to execute. They have not allowed a point, and still in the fourth quarter, they are bringing it, and they get another sack.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Power football with the run. Got the first down and more. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge...
Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. So now it's second and long. Now on the move. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Wants to fire on second down. Takes the easy one to the back. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Iowa has it back on offense hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here come the Irish back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Quarterback on the keeper. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. To the ground with the back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Finds his man. It's Gabe. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Line gets set. 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Tight end now in motion. He'll keep it himself. Quarterback's got the 1st. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Now the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Gabe. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get them.
Unleashes one deep. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Breaks into the open. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that